Hello, in this video,
Hi Nishant.
I Prateek.
Hi Dhruv.
I Yugesh.
I Rudransh.
and I Akshat are going to talk about ecological crisis. Ecological crisis, or what we commonly call environmental pollution, is the biggest problem we are facing in today's world. But it is not even a small issue for the big political organizations, business firms, and especially the jingoist media firms. Environment has always been the most valuable source of all the resources for human civilizations. But we have been destroying it at an alarming rate. It's not even there in the political discourse and in the planning of the government, not just here in India, but across the globe. Pollution is a silent killer, which is killing not just humans but even animals.
Today we are going to specifically talk on water pollutions. Water pollution happens when toxic substances enter water bodies such as lakes, rivers, oceans and so on, getting dissolved in them, lying suspended in the water or depositing on the bed. This degrades the quality of water. Pollutants can be of varying kinds: organic, inorganic, radioactive, and so on. Water pollution can result in human health problems, poisoned wildlife, and long term ecosystem damage. When agricultural and industrial runoff floods waterways with excess nutrients such as nitrogen and phosphorus, these nutrients often fuel algae blooms that then create dead zones or low oxygen areas where fish and other aquatic life can no longer thrive. Not only does this spell disaster for aquatic ecosystem, the pollutions also seep through and reach the groundwater, which might end up in our households and contaminated water we use in our daily activities, including drinking.
Water pollution is causing more deaths at current stage, as air pollution is mostly there in urban areas, but the pollutants of water are everywhere, whether it is a town, village, or city. A report by UN suggests that every 30 seconds a child dies due to unavailability of clean drinking water. The key players in reducing the pollution across the globe are the people. People need to protect the earth, as it is the only home we humans have.
In this video, we are going to compare Delhi and Sikkim in terms of their efficiency in dealing with water pollution. The Yamuna River, which flows through Delhi NCR, is one of the most polluted rivers in the world. From the source Lee Yamunotri, where the river originates, to the point where it meets with the Ganga at Allahabad Prayagraj, the river carries large amounts of sewage water. More than 80% of the sewage of Delhi is discharged in the Yamuna River without treatment. That means a big part of waste generated by crores of people who are dependent on the river for their daily livelihood is left to flow untreated into the river. The factories in and around Delhi mostly dump the wastewater they produce in the process of manufacturing untreated into the river, which is against the law of Government of India, which states that factories need to treat the wastewater before it flows through the sewage line. Nazafgarh drain, which carries a big part of wastewater generated in Delhi, is basically a canal flowing from Punjab's Ambala district. It carries wastewater from Punjab, Haryana, the most populated parts of Delhi, and ends up disposing all of it into the Yamuna River. The crisis has been deepening year by year. The people living in the Yamuna belt are prone to be affected by diseases like cancer and typhoid.
Delhi has many sewage treatment plants, but it's not enough for a big population of 20 million. Delhi generates 3,268 million liters (MLD) of sewage per day against the available treatment capacity of 2,756 MLD, whereas only around 2,083 MLD is being treated. Although many attempts have been made to process more sewage, the efforts have not succeeded. Delhi government has introduced many reforms for controlling pollution. It has decided to give sewer connections to homes and small-scale industries for free. It has a plan to treat 100% sewage water of Delhi by 2023 and cleaning the Yamuna River so that its water can be used for drinking straight away. The only way Yamuna can be cleaned is through public participation. people need to stop polluting the river by immersing idols of gods and goddesses should be stopped. Factories should stop dumping their waste without treating them as they are one of the main cause for water pollution. If they stop doing that, it would have a big and a positive impact on the river, which has proved during the COVID-19 lockdown when most of the factories were closed. The water in the river was 80% less polluted than it is in the normal circumstances, and fishes were also seen. This incident was also a slang for nature, which showed us that we spent huge amount of money to clean the river, but in a small matter of time, nature cleaned itself.
Sikkim, on the other hand, is a state with a small population but a big dream. The state, being a Himalayan state, enjoys the calmness of mountains with clean drinking water. It has developed its water management system well and has been consistently securing a high rank between different Indian states in water quality index. As we all know that plastic is one of the main constituents of water polluting contaminant, it is important to get rid of plastic. If we want to get rid of water pollution, the state has been paving a way for a plastic-free environment revolution. The state banned the use of single use of plastic in the 1990s only. And in 2015, it also banned the use of plastic bottles in the state. Over the course of many years, it has been proved that the way Sikkim handled the situation is commendable and should be followed everywhere across the planet in the battle against the use of plastic. To encourage the people, the government of the state distributed bottles made out of bamboo between the citizens of the state. Sikkim also banned the use of pesticides in the year 2015, which was appreciated by the United Nations as a remarkable step towards eradicating water pollution. The people of the state are aware of the problem related with water pollution and have been following the guidelines of the state government to ensure that the water bodies of the state do not get polluted.
While researching and finding new things for this report, we concluded that water pollution can be only controlled with the participation of citizens. People need to make this a relevant issue in the political discourse of the nation. They need to clean their city just like they clean their homes. We all need to respect the rivers, and as said by the Uttarakhand High Court, Yamuna is a living entity and has some human dignity and human rights. As we all know that visual understanding is the best way to communicate and send an influencing message to the people. Our group has also designed a presentation which includes some posters and advertisements. In the end, you'll also get to play a really special quiz.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.